What is up, team? Today we're doing a bit of a different video. The other day I received a question on Instagram which kind of inspired me to make this video. But yeah, this message that I got sent on Instagram, and I'm not going to name who it is just out of respect for them, but they basically were saying, "Hey Josh, I'm studying at uni right now, doing a design and digital media degree, but I'm also wanting to get my foot in the door and get some proper industry experience. So I was thinking of getting a job in design, and what sort of advice would you give for someone that's sort of up and coming like me?" And they were basically saying that they would want this work experience to help elevate them above the rest of their cohort while they're at uni. I thought that was an interesting question, interesting enough to make a video on. Rather than the usual content that I make, this one's going to be more on the sort of inspirational side of things. While we do like to entertain here, we're also very serious about designs, so I should honor that with this video. And I'm sure there are many other designers and people that are just getting into the design industry now that would also maybe like to hear this response. My initial response to this person was basically suggesting that they should try and avoid having this mindset of being ahead or in front of others. Personally, I feel like design goes beyond visual elements, and it has a lot to do with our attitude as designers, and of course our ability to tell stories. And then I followed that up with being able to show humility will go a long way. I think it's very important to realize that we all have different skill sets, and everyone does things differently to one another. Like, we've all got different gifts and talents. Someone might be better at illustration and someone might be better at logo design. So we've all got different skills. Now, adding on to that, I would also say that getting a job early on could be advantageous. It could add some merit to your portfolio, but if possible, I would consider not getting work during the time that you're at uni. Over the last 10 years or so, I've come to realize that your time at uni, even though you might not realize it at the time, is very important, and you should not, if possible, make it a second priority. Instead, I would try and use my time at uni to create and build up important contacts that essentially you're going to be taking with you for the rest of your life. Because once you are out of uni and you've graduated and moved on, the opportunity to do that is basically gone, unless you want to do your master's degree or something like that. And to be fair, a master's degree in design is not really worth it unless you're thinking of teaching design. So while you're at uni, try to make those contacts, whether they are people in your cohort, your friends, teachers, lecturers, or maybe even people that you meet at uni events. And start prioritizing a portfolio that's going to stand out, so that once you leave uni, once you've graduated from uni, you'll be attracting high value clients and work. That was the main part of what I wanted to make this video about, but I guess I can further mention a couple more things. So I think if you are a student in this situation, it's totally up to you whether you want to start working earlier on or wait till you finish your degree. But you've got to think about time. With uni, it may be easy to select what times your classes are. Maybe not. But how does that work around a work schedule? If it's a job that operates between 9 to 5, how are you going to fit in your uni classes? Going off on a little tangent, I was working for a supermarket during the time that I was at college, and while it was kind of good to be doing something and earning some money for it, I just feel like I wasn't giving my all to the degree that I was studying. And yeah, some of your degree might be assumed knowledge, but if you're working shifts that are like 7 p.m. till like 3 in the morning, for example, like at a supermarket, because often at that time, supermarkets would have you working late hours, and then the next day you have a 9 a.m. class, well, you probably would rarely have the energy to even process anything going on in that class. So yes, there's pros and cons to working during your time at uni, but if possible, I would highly suggest that all you new designers out there, you focus on your craft. It might seem desirable to get a job early on, but also I think it's worth noting that junior roles and internships are probably not exactly what you expect. For the most part, in an internship, you may not get paid, and you might just be doing mundane tasks such as fetching coffees for everyone or doing work that won't actually end up on your portfolio. And in a junior role, you have to think about time commitments, because in most cases, a junior role or normal design role would be full-time, and you'd have to be working 9 to 5 and then figuring out how you're going to balance that with uni. If you're a student out there that still wants to get some sort of edge when it comes to skill set, I would recommend teaching yourself some business skills, because there are a lot of designers that are graduating and not knowing how to market themselves or sell their craft. So that's my message to any creative or designer or artist out there who is thinking of doing some part-time work during their time at uni. Hopefully you've gotten something from this video. And yes, this was slightly different to what I usually upload here, but don't worry, we're going to have more of that stuff coming your way. So stay tuned, guys. And as always, don't forget to join the Discord server, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.